not going to sort of lavish praise on this, The Voice Series 4. But what I do like about this is that it does focus mainly on the talent rather than the judging panel. Obviously, they get the big names in. You've got Rita Ora this year and stuff like that. But I felt like everyone on that stage, with the exception of Bungle from Rainbow,
How
had...
can I find Bungle from Rainbow on YouTube? I just want to see him.
Well, no, but the thing is, it wasn't Bungle.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's a bit of controversy.
Oh, okay.
He was Bungle when they brought it back. But anyway,
yeah.
away
no, I'm not
gonna... And they didn't ever really talk about that, and he got away with that.
There was at least 3 or 4 really good sort of solid singers who you'd expect to find almost like on an X Factor final, I would say. And I liked as well, the other thing I liked about this, Rita Ora I thought was very good. Certainly, I was worried that she would be as annoying as Jessie J was. She wasn't. I don't think she was as good as Kylie. No, but I liked her. She felt quite honest, and she was one of the 4 of them. I felt she was the one who gave the most sort of constructive criticism, because one of the things I don't like about The Voice is the fact that even when they don't turn around for someone, they still go, "Oh, we should turn around for you. Oh, we're so
Why didn't they
I know
turn
they're trying
around?
I know they're trying to be the alternative to the X Factor, which is sort of the nasty show. But it's too far the other way for me now. It needs to sort of be somewhere.
They're very complimentary.
And the other thing,
and it's very sickly, isn't it?
And I know Luke's not a fan of the sort of the cringy opening song that the coaches do.
So
but what makes it more cringy is all the sort of slow mos and stuff. They do a lot of slow mos on The Voice, and I don't think it's needed. The filming isn't great when compared to the Simon Cowell vehicles. That's where they get it in, is the production, I think, more than the talent, if that makes sense. And I think because it's on the BBC, they don't have as big a budget to spend on it.
I liked it. It was a bit long.
I agree with that.
It really is long.
I'm just not sure why they make each episode at the beginning so long, and then because there's no need to be. I mean, as you say, there was lots of things they could have done away with in the episode and made it a tight 45 minutes.
What I would say is that obviously they've got to have 12 acts each in their team, plus the ones that they don't put through. And to sort of construct an episode, you can't just have someone who gets put through, someone who gets put through constantly. You need those sort of unsuccessful auditions to pad it out, and those ones you'll remember, like the Kim Marsh daughter and Bungle and people like that.
I must be falling out of time because, again, a lot of the songs I'm like, huh? What was that? I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, that's
what Tom Jones said. That was a Tom Jones criticism.
Yeah.
He was like, I got a lot of songs in my head.
Never heard that song before. I didn't turn around because I was looking it up.
I didn't know.
It's as if he's in the room. It's not unusual for us to not know what that song is, boyo.
Is he from the Caribbean?
Let's just say that as I was coming home this evening, I walked past a betting shop and there was a gentleman outside who was just over and over singing, reggae, reggae. You gotta get some reggae. I really wanted him to say sauce at one point.
Was it Levi Roots?
He just kept it. I think he was quite good. I would have turned to him on the. It might have been Levi Roots.
You turned to look at him.
I've interviewed Levi Roots.
What?
I've interviewed Levi Roots.
This is a whole different podcast. I don't know. As you say, it's too long. I think the BBC are it's just one show that they seem convinced that they keep bringing it back every year, that everybody's going to fall in love with it, and I just don't get that at all.
I like it. I do like the show. I like the show, and I think the problem with it, as you've said before, is that they can't devote as much time to it as they need to, like they do in the States, because they have it on 2 or 3 nights a week, don't they, where it is in the States.
The other main problem, if you've heard the other podcast, we've said this time and time again, it becomes immediately less interesting once the chairs stop, turning. Or
yeah.
Although I do like the battles, and
I think they've improved the rap battle.
Yeah. Last year was the best one, because what they did, they had the battles, and then they had the final 7 in each team sung off for the last 3 spots, and I think every year they seem to have made improvements that work it's not that sort of polished vehicle in the first series that people thought it would be, and I think that was the problem initially. And they've tried to work that through every year, and it's sort of getting to that stage now, and I know we're in series 4.
I think the problem is we've got a little bit of reality show fatigue, particularly singing contests.
Definitely, I would agree with that, yeah.